At times, we don't appreciate what Toyota is doing, especially in the Kenyan market. There's this beautiful new car from Toyota. It is a 2019 Toyota Raize, and it is a very beautiful car, especially from what you're seeing here. It looks absolutely amazing. It comes with body kit at least to make the car look more appealing, and it has a 1000cc that is fuel efficient. Now, most people would say an SUV like this should not be riding on a 1000cc engine. So what Toyota have done is they've thrown a turbo into the 1000cc to ensure that this car moves as it is supposed to. It is an amazing unit. The car weighs around 1.2 tons, that is 1200 kgs, which the 1000cc turbocharged petrol is able to move this massive unit. So this car is actually built for city driving or urban driving. It's not meant for the off-roads. Remember, here in Kenya, there are people who live in the city or in the suburbs. But if you want to go into the off-roads, it's not meant for off-road, but it is capable because of the kind of clearance that you get. Remember, here in Kenya, tunapeleka Vitz huko kwa off-road, tunapeleka Mazda Demi in the off-roads. So why not this Toyota Raize 2019 model? The asking price is 2.5 million shillings. I've had people complaining over the price. Remember, it's a new model in the Kenyan market, so the taxman will see it as a new model, and of course, it will have a higher price tag than the other units. It is a 1000cc, which is actually very good. It gives you some very good fuel economy. You get an average of 18 kilometers per liter. For a 1000cc, you should get 20 plus kilometers per liter, but since it has a turbo, it kinda consumes a bit more of fuel. Now, what I love about this car is the compactness. This is a subcompact crossover SUV. It is the size of a Honda Vezel, a size of a Mazda CX-30, a size of a Subaru XV. It's a bit even larger than a Subaru XV. Massive interior space. Front row is amazing. The second row is large. The boot space is quite beautiful. So if you can spare the 2.5 million shillings for this unit, personally, I would do that any day, anytime. But ukienda na ile akili ya Kenya, mtu atakuuliza, why should I buy a Toyota Raize 1000cc for 2.5 million shillings, yet I can get a Mazda CX-5 petrol for 2.6 million shillings? Or you can buy a Honda Vezel for almost the same price, a Toyota Noah for 2.5 million shillings. In this case, you just have to open up your mind. You'll get excellent fuel economy. It's a nice unit, family friendly. If you have a family of 5, they can sit inside here very well. And it is a new car. You have very beautiful features inside there. Cameraman, acha tuonyeshe from the back, tuangalie gari inakaa aje, so that at least my good people gets to understand how it is. So just come from this side. From the back, this is what you get. It is a nice unit. It looks absolutely beautiful. It looks blocky, so it's a bit more aggressive than the regular cars that you get here. This one comes with body kit, so you get this spoiler here on top. It looks actually very good, and it has a brake light on it. On the back side, you have your wiper, and this is what you get: LED tail lights. You have your LED turn signals, and maybe LED reverse lights on that side. A number of sensors for added safety. This is a 2019 car, so it is loaded with at least some more safety features. So when you're trying to park this car, you'll get a bit more of safety. On the lower side, you have a larger rear bumper right here, because you have an extra body kit here at the back. It looks a bit more bulky, and you have dual exhaust tip. It's a single exhaust, but because of the body kit, you have dual exhaust over there. One good feature about this car here at the back is that it has a reversing camera, and also it has a larger boot space. You can come closer. Comparing to the other cars, I think the boot space that you get inside here is quite decent. So this is a space that you get with this part lowered. Once you lift it, the cameraman show them huko ndani, you have this large space here. Yeah, this is a space yenye inaweza ingia tu vizuri hapo. So ukiwa umefanyia mtu ile kitu, you can put him here. Yes, I'm not encouraging you to do that, but the space is enough to dispose of a few things here and there. So it's a nice car. In terms of storage space, I think it is very, very good. Let us talk about the suspensions. Starting from the back, we say this is not a luxury SUV, so you don't expect the multi-link suspension system. So you get the torsion beam suspension system, which is ideal for small cars because it gives more room to the backside, and also it is a cheaper suspension system. So in case you damage it, it is easy to replace. All right, so you have your torsion beam suspension system here at the back. It's not ideal also for off-roading, but it can handle the Kenyan roads. That is what we want. It is a basic, simple car which serves or it is capable to do the daily activities. Back here also you have your drum brakes. It's not a large SUV, so the drum brakes will do that perfectly. You have these 17-inch tires over here, machine cut alloys, which are actually very good. They look amazing. I love the alloys right there. And the tires are larger than the regular cars which rides on 16 or 15-inch tires. Side skirts all over here. It makes the car look bold, looks large. In some other units, a car with side skirts would interfere with ground clearance, but this car, as you can clearly see, it has side skirts and you still get some decent ground clearance. On the front, you have the very standard suspension system, that is the McPherson strut suspension with coil and springs, which almost all the cars uses because it is cheap. It works as it is. It gives the car some good steering, and in case you need to replace them, it is economical or they are cheap and readily available. Same size tires, same size alloys. The difference that you get here is the brakes that you get here, they are a bit larger than the backside because the engine sits here on the front, so it's a bit heavy on the front, so you need some good brakes on the front side. Now let us show them the grille and the headlights that you get here. Being a new model, you expect the car to have modern features, and this car is loaded with all that. On the top side, you have your LED turn signals over there. Here at the center, you have your main headlights, which are also full LED. On the lower side, a few things are added. You have a number of sensors for added safety, daytime running lights on top, your LED fog lights right here, and on the lower side, you have additional LED fog lights with blue finish. This at least brings out the beauty in this vehicle. The front bumper is amazing. These are added features. Of course, you have your Modelista body kit, which looks absolutely amazing. You also have a front-facing camera so that when you're parking this car in tight spaces, it becomes a bit more easy. So before we get to the interior of this car, let us talk about the pros and cons of this vehicle. Some of the pros of this car: fuel efficient, good ground clearance. The asking price is reasonable for a 2019 vehicle. It's a new model in the Kenyan market, so for 2.5 million shillings, to me, I'd say it's reasonable. And you get a beautiful vehicle. Look at this. It's not an ordinary car. It looks bulky. It looks like a small Land Cruiser Prado, and I think it's amazing. It handles the Kenyan roads perfectly. If you're going to drive in the city, you're going to enjoy this car. Another good thing about this vehicle is that it's smaller, so parking it is very easy, especially if you are a learner. You can park it anywhere easily, especially now that we have a number of sensors over there and some cameras. It becomes very easy to park this vehicle. Now, some of the cons of this vehicle is it's a bit lazy. You only get 98 horsepower and around 140 Newton meters of torque. For a car like this, you don't expect to have 100 plus horsepower. So 98 horsepower, 140 Newton meters of torque is good. It gives you an average of 18 kilometers per liter. The car rides on a CVT transmission. That's what all these small Toyotas do. And you have a, what do you call it, front wheel drive. So that is some of the things that you get here. Other cons about this car is that it's not ideal for off-roading because of the 1000cc, which is okay. And okay, let us now jump into the interior. But before you do that, maybe you can pause kidogo. Another disadvantage of this vehicle is that it is a new model, so sourcing some of the spare parts might be a challenge. But we are living in a global village. If you need the spare parts, you can import them as soon as you want it. Some people would say this car, because of the body kits, the ground clearance is interfered with, but this setup is good. I think it's okay. This ground clearance is amazing, unless if you want to do heavy off-roading, which might be a challenge. Anyway, let us get into the interior. Let us see how beautiful this car is. What I can tell you from the first impression is that this car is actually very good. So maybe you can start from the door, show them the door. One thing about this car is that it is an entry-level vehicle, so you don't expect the luxury features. So the entire bit of the door is made up of plastic. There's no fabric, there's no leather on this side. You have your power door controls over here, chrome-plated door handle, and it is nicely built. On the lower side, you have your storage space and a nice speaker. Now, once you sit inside here, you have these beautiful seats here, which are manually adjustable. The seats are quite comfortable. Some nice fabric seats here. I also like the texture that you get. And the seats are manually adjustable using this lever. So you can adjust to several levels, and you can just push it to the front and to the back. So once you push it all the way to the back, this is the space that you get. Now let me just take the camera so that at least I can show you the rest of the interior. Yep, so this is what you get. This is how the interior looks like. Starting from this steering wheel, it is a leather wrapped steering wheel with beautiful stitches over there. You have your SRS airbags here at the center. You have adaptive cruise control on this vehicle. You can clearly see that. And you have additional controls for the infotainment system right here. You have full digital clusters over there. The mileage on this unit is 60,000 kilometers mileage. Everything else is okay. You have some beautiful air vents over there. You have a cup holder over here. Several controls for the vehicle, controls for the fog lights, traction control, pre-collision monitoring system. You can activate your parking sensors from there, among several other features. Here at the center, you have an 8.5-inch infotainment system, which is quite easy to control from the steering wheel, or you can control using these buttons right there. So it is good. It's not the most advanced infotainment system, but it is good. Air vents are nice. You have some cool ACs over here. From this side, nice design. Your hazard buttons, centralized AC controls right there. Your push to start button. Here at the center, you have the center console, which houses several features. You have your gear shift over here, 2 seat warmers for the front passenger and the driver. And of course, you have 2 USB slots to charge your accessories. And you have a 12-volt output also to charge a few things, may it be your pressure pump and all that. The center console is large with hidden storage spaces on either side of this vehicle. Right here, you have your manual handbrake, which is pretty good. And you have plastic armrest here with a small storage space. The dashboard looks amazing. I have no complaints about that. In terms of storage, you have a larger glove compartment over there. And the front passenger seat looks exactly the same as the driver's seat. Let me now jump into the back. Let us show them the back side. Let me show you guys the back side of this vehicle. It's quite large. And also here in Mombasa, it's a bit hot today. I'm sweating terribly. I think you guys should buy some soda, bana. Yeah? Now, this is the key fob to these amazing units. So the spacing on this unit is amazing. I think it's a large space. It's fit for a family of 5. You can sit comfortably. The seats are very comfortable. This is how comfortable I am. It's just like the space that you get in a CX-5 in a Toyota RAV4. And on the other side, I get the same space. And some additional features that you get here is 2 USB slots so that your rear passengers can charge their electronics from this side. It's a driver all the time. So that's it about this vehicle. It's a nice unit, a modern car. For 2.5 million shillings, you can debate whether you want to buy it, whether you want to buy a Honda Vezel or you'd want to buy any other car. The thing is, it's a modern vehicle, compact as you like. It is spacious, it's very comfortable, and it is fit for a family of 5. Kama ni mseo kubeba mzigo hapa na pale, I can say this car it has enough space. I've seen in other countries they are using this car for Uber or taxi. I don't know if, I think the correct word to use is taxi. Most people use this car for taxi because of the 1000cc, which is very reliable. And for fuel economy, 18 kilometers per liter is decent. All right, so if you'd like to buy this unit, my number is there. Hit me up. I'll send you photos and details of this car. And as always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment down there. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching to this point.